I was going to call you and tell you to take it down.
Nah, I called him. I said, yo, what? I said, yo, dog.
I called my agent instead. By the time we got off the phone, an hour had passed. He'll tell you all about it.
Since that happened, I've just seen so much internet chatter. You know, we have so many communities and they're so large.
Yes.
I've seen so much internet chatter about how a leak like that would tear a family apart. I'm just glad to know that this team is so strong in its foundation. Nothing like that will come between us.
I feel like that's a you thing and not an us thing.
Niggas act like it's easy.
This is
150,000 subscribers, that ain't easy. Tell them. Hit the button.
Yeah.
None of it is easy, though.
It's not.
None of it is easy.
No.
So
you got to short a lot of people.
I'll stop me too.
Don't talk over Bell.
Okay. It's a very short point.
Chill, JBP Flip.
Make sure you feed the wolves. You know why?
Wait, what
because if you don't feed the wolves will be looking to eat on you.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Sorry, guys. This one took me a little longer to come out with because I wanted to watch the episode twice to make sure I didn't gloss over anything or miss anything of importance. Every single one of them is pissed. Every single one of them is pissed. I would be too, but for different reasons. They're mad because now that they see the numbers, every single one of them wishes that they would have hit Joe over the head during their last contract renewals. And now because of this information, they think that they're going to hit Joe over the head for more in their next contract renewals. Meanwhile, Joe is looking at this like, guys, this is nothing new to me. This doesn't change anything between us. This doesn't change how I view y'all. This doesn't change how I treat y'all. Nothing changes on my end. Everything changes for y'all because now it starts to make sense. Them stupid niggas in that community have been speaking on shit like this for the longest, saying we've been getting digged, saying Roy and Ma never got to see accounting. But the same thing is happening to us times 10. Joe is making more money independently now with his current iteration than he was with Roy and Ma back in the day because he's doing way more Patreon episodes. Every single episode that Ish, Ice, Flip, Mel, and all whoever joins the pod afterwards have been on the double Patreon episode run. This is nothing new to Joe. But all of a sudden, everybody wants more bread. Even though I've been talking shit about how y'all have been podding for the past year and a half. I've been frustrated for a year and a half because these are the numbers that y'all came in at. I should be at 1.5. I should be at 2 million a year. And then everybody else's numbers rise. Y'all think that we all made this together? But no. Nobody wants to hear me out when it comes to equity. Nobody wants to hear me out when it comes to points on the video. Nobody wants to hear me out when I'm speaking on a piece of the ownership, on speaking on contributing to the pod. How much does this cost? How much did this cost? I don't want to work for somebody that I could do the same thing they're doing, aka Flip. This is why Flip is going to hold the most resentment towards Joe going forward. And I caught that clip he said at the end of the episode. Make sure you feed the wolves before the wolves turn and feed on you. Flip, the funny part, in Joe's head, he is feeding y'all. He's feeding y'all substantially more money than y'all could accumulate on your own. That's how Joe is feeling about this. Now, Flip is probably going to be the only one that turns up. Maybe Mark. But I'm going to get to Mark in a second. Flip's about to turn up crazy on his channel. And for a good 2-week span, we might see Flip on his best behavior here just to see if he can get on Joe's quote-unquote good graces. But once he realizes Joe's not budging, Flip's about to go crazy on his page. Patreon, YouTube, whatever other medium he puts his content on. But Mark Lamont Hill took this the hardest. Remember when I was talking about Mark being the one that's receiving all of the adoration from the fans, but but Joe's the one winning right now. Comparing him to Breakbeat Media and the same thing that was happening to Mona, Mark is now starting to see it. He's starting to see it. Because I've seen the views on Mark's channel as far as YouTube's concerned. And I don't know if he has a Patreon, but he's about to start one if he doesn't. Mark isn't making anywhere near that off YouTube like Joe is off Patreon. But Mark is feeling that he revitalized the brand. The same thing that Melissa and Flip were thinking. The same thing that Ish and Ice were thinking when they first joined. Everybody joins. They give an extra boost to the brand and they think that they revitalized it. Meanwhile, Joe shrugging his shoulders like, guys, y'all can be replaced tomorrow. If y'all don't like the pay y'all are receiving, if y'all are going to try to formulate a union, I will get rid of each and every one of y'all. Notice when they were saying Parks is a part of this too? Parks is a part of this too. He was adamantly saying, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not making that same mistake again by having that meeting with Roy and Ma with y'all niggas. I'm not doing that again. And that should let you know Parks has been fairly compensated. That should let you know Parks has an equity stake in the JBN. That should let you know, because Parks' face wasn't incredulous like everyone else. He wasn't making jokes. None of it. Parks knows already how much the JBN makes monthly on Spotify, on YouTube, on Patreon, on all the different mediums. Parks knows. This was a wake-up call for them for whatever reason. Guys, we have been at this number. No one should be incredulous about this. No one. The Ferrari and the Rolls Royce weren't indicators. Joe saying that I wouldn't buy a Ferrari if I didn't have this 30 times over. I remember when he said this. This is nothing new. It's been here, guys. It's been here. I'm losing subscribers. This is why I'm frustrated. How many times have we said Patreon is the bulk of Joe's livelihood? But now every other medium's probably catching up. Ain't no telling. We still don't know how much they're making from Prize Picks. Yet these niggas will sign a contract. Because that money up front, and I know that money that he's paying them is good. Otherwise, there's no way they would have signed a contract. I'm freelancing, nigga. I'll appear on your podcast, but I'm going back over here until we can figure something out. And their heads, they did. I'm telling you. Because everybody is lowballing them. Saying they get paid by episode, 1.5K to 5K per episode. Some of these niggas might be getting 10, 15K an episode, dog. Some of these niggas really might make that. But Ish kind of squandered all of that away. Ish been up here 4 years and he said he hasn't made $1 million from the JVP. It's very telling. It's very telling. I wonder if this is going to affect how they pod going forward. Or if everything's just going to be copacetic. Because, of course, we anticipated them getting shots off today. Because they just found out in real time like we did. But I wonder if this is going to affect how they pod. Because Mark, I saw it. I heard it. Mark was awfully quiet today, guys. He was awfully quiet. And I already know they had a speech to him behind the scenes about the jokes. So he's going to calm down on that regardless. Even though everybody said I was wrong in that aspect too. He's going to calm down on that. But now that he's seen these numbers, it's going to be very telling. Let's watch how Mark moves going forward. Everybody's paying attention to Flip. Flip's openly going to tell us how he feels. Mark isn't. We're going to have to monitor his movements. And it did not surprise me one bit that Melissa called Ian behind the scenes. Notice, Melissa doesn't call Joe for shit like this. She complains like Flip complains, but Melissa goes over Joe's head every single time. I remember when she was having an issue with Flip, and they had a meeting. It was Melissa, Ian, and Flip. So Mel is calling Ian, and she's going to Ian asking, why is my contract as low as it is based off of how much y'all make just off Patreon alone? They're going to want a chunk of this, but I'm wrong for asking for an equity stake. All of this could have been, we could have figured this out long ago. I don't need you to pay me jack shit, nigga. I want a piece of what you bring in monthly off of each video I'm in. Then that'll change the whole dynamic up of all of this shit. But people don't want to put in the work. And the funny part is they're all trying to put in the work outside of this. They're all trying to build it up. They all know that they're not hitting 900K off of one medium, based off of content, and they don't think it's possible. It's funny how much they want a part of this, but they didn't want to fight for a part of this. And I'm the crazy one for constantly speaking on this. Shit hits differently now, dog. Now that you know that this shit accumulates minimum $1 million per month off of things that you speak on, off of your voice, off of your face, how does that make you feel? I know I would feel like shit. But I appreciate y'all, man. Of course, unfortunately, we're going to be speaking more on this as time goes on. Like this, yesterday was a historical moment. And shout out, I want to say his name was Brandon, but shout out, we got the person that originated the screenshot. We got the person that uncovered it in our comments. People watching what we doing over here, yo. Because if they didn't see him posted, they absolutely came over here and then saw it on Danny's shit. We woke this shit up. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. Because I thought that was fire. I was like, oh, shit. And he left a beautiful comment, too. Y'all should go check it out on the last video I posted. But like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know what it is with us. You already know how we rock it. Shit is getting ridiculous, man. Shit is getting ridiculous. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.